Get ready to challenge what you thought you knew. Don't miss an episode of the truth within the Bible. Your journey to enlightenment starts now. Welcome back, my friends. Today we continue on with Genesis in chapter 44. Before we start, let's do a 60-second recap of the last video, which covered chapters 42 and 43. In Genesis 42, KJV, Joseph, now a powerful ruler in Egypt, encounters his brothers who come seeking grain during a famine. They don't recognize him, but he knows them. Joseph tests their character, accusing them of being spies and imprisoning Simeon, demanding they bring their youngest brother Benjamin to prove their honesty. The brothers, guilt-ridden over their past treatment of Joseph, return to Canaan with grain, reluctant to tell Jacob about Benjamin. In Genesis 43, the famine persists, and Jacob's family runs out of food. Judah convinces Jacob to let Benjamin go to Egypt, pledging his own life for the boy's safety. The brothers return with Benjamin, bringing gifts and double the money. Joseph welcomes them warmly, releases Simeon, and hosts a feast, seating them by age, astonishing them. He favors Benjamin with extra portions, but his identity remains hidden as he continues to test their loyalty. Let's continue to see what happens. Chapter 44, verse 1.
And he commanded the steward of his house, saying, Fill the men's sacks with food, as much as they can carry, and put every man's money in his sack's mouth.
Verse 2.
And put my cup, the silver cup, in the sack's mouth of the youngest, and his corn money. And he did according to the word that Joseph had spoken.
Verse 3.
As soon as the morning was light, the men were sent away, they and their asses.
Verse 4.
And when they were gone out of the city, and not yet far off, Joseph said unto his steward, Up, follow after the men. And when thou dost overtake them, say unto them, Wherefore have ye rewarded evil for good?
Why did you steal from me? Verse 5.
Is not this it in which my Lord drinketh, and whereby indeed he divineth? Ye have done evil in so doing.
Verse 6.
And he overtook them, and he spake unto them these same words.
Verse 7.
And they said unto him, Wherefore saith my Lord these words? God forbid that thy servants should do according to this thing.
We wouldn't steal anything. Verse 8.
Behold, the money which we found in our sacks' mouths we brought again unto thee out of the land of Canaan. How then should we steal out of thy Lord's house silver or gold?
Verse 9.
With whomsoever of thy servants it be found, both let him die, and we also will be my Lord's bondmen.
Whoa. They just sentenced little Benjamin to death, okay? Because that cup is in Benjamin's sack. Benjamin didn't take it. But what Joseph wants to know, once they see that Benjamin has it, will they sell him down the river? Verse 10.
And he said, Now also let it be according unto your words. He with whom it is found shall be my servant, and ye shall be blameless.
Verse 11.
Then they speedily took down every man his sack to the ground, and opened every man his sack.
Verse 12.
And he searched, and began at the eldest, and left at the youngest. And the cup was found in Benjamin's sack.
Verse 13.
Then they rent their clothes, and laded every man his ass, and returned to the city.
None of them left. They all stayed. Verse 14.
And Judah and his brethren came to Joseph's house, for he was yet there, and they fell before him on the ground.
Verse 15.
And Joseph said unto them, What deed is this that ye have done? Wot ye not that such a man as I can certainly divine?
Would you not know that I know who did this? But of course he set them up. Verse 16.
And Judah said, What shall we say unto my Lord? What shall we speak? Or how shall we clear ourselves? God hath found out the iniquity of thy servants. Behold, we are my Lord's servants, both we and he, also with whom the cup is found.
What is Judah saying? The Lord has found us out. We sold our little brother into slavery. This is our punishment for it. Talking about Joseph. But they do not know that this is Joseph standing before them. Verse 17.
And he said, God forbid that I should do so, But the man in whose hand the cup is found, he shall be my servant. And as for you, get you up in peace unto your father.
Verse 18.
Then Judah came near unto him and said, O my lord, let thy servant, I pray thee, speak a word in my lord's ears, and let not thine anger burn against thy servant, for thou art even as Pharaoh.
You're right up there next to him. And I know that you have authority. You can do whatever you so choose. Verse 19.
My lord asked his servants, saying, Have ye a father or a brother?
Verse 20.
And we said unto my lord, We have a father, an old man, and a child of his old age, a little one. And his brother is dead, and he alone is left of his mother, and his father loveth him.
Verse 21.
And thou saidst unto thy servants, Bring him down unto me, that I may set mine eyes upon him.
Verse 22.
And we said unto my lord, The lad cannot leave his father, for if he should leave his father would die.
Verse 23.
And thou saidst unto thy servants, Except your youngest brother come down with you, ye shall see my face no more.
You're not going to see my face in peace. It'll mean trouble. Verse 24.
And it came to pass, when we came up unto thy servant my father, we told him the words of my lord.
Verse 25.
And our father said, Go again, and buy us a little food.
Verse 26.
And we said, We cannot go down. If our youngest brother be with us, then will we go down? For we may not see the man's face, except our youngest brother be with us.
Still retelling the story. Verse 27.
And thy servant my father said unto us, Ye know that my wife bare me 2 sons.
Through Rachel he only had 2. That'd be Joseph and Benjamin. Verse 28.
And the one went out from me, and I said, Surely he is torn in pieces, and I saw him not since.
Verse 29.
And if ye take this also from me, and mischief befall him, ye shall bring down my gray hairs with sorrow to the grave.
Verse 30.
Now therefore, when I come to thy servant my father, and the lad be not with us, seeing that his life is bound up in the lad's life.
Verse 31.
It shall come to pass, when he seeth that the lad is not with us, that he will die. And thy servants shall bring down the gray hairs of thy servant, our father, with sorrow to the grave.
It will kill him if we don't take Benjamin back with us. Verse 32.
For thy servant became surety for the lad unto my father, saying, If I bring him not unto thee, then I shall bear the blame to my father forever.
Verse 33.
Now therefore, I pray thee, let thy servant abide instead of the lad a bondman to my lord, and let the lad go up with his brethren.
This proves to Joseph what he wanted to know, that they're going to protect his brother like they should have protected him. Of course, Joseph was smart enough to know it was God's plan. Verse 34, to finish the chapter.
For how shall I go up to my father, and the lad be not with me, lest peradventure I see the evil that shall come on my father?
Continuing on to chapter 45, verse 1.
Then Joseph could not refrain himself before all them that stood by him, and he cried, Cause every man to go out from me. And there stood no man with him, while Joseph made himself known unto his brethren.
He didn't want the Egyptians present. Verse 2.
And he wept aloud, and the Egyptians and the house of Pharaoh heard.
It was so loud they could hear it all over the place. Verse 3.
And Joseph said unto his brethren, I am Joseph. Doth my father yet live? And his brethren could not answer him, for they were troubled at his presence.
They were shocked. Verse 4.
And Joseph said unto his brethren, Come near to me, I pray you. And they came near. And he said, I am Joseph your brother, whom ye sold into Egypt.
Verse 5.
Now therefore be not grieved, nor angry with yourselves, that ye sold me hither. For God did send me before you to preserve life.
It was God's plan, and Joseph knew that from the dreams. Verse 6.
For these 2 years hath the famine been in the land, and yet there are 5 years, in the which there shall neither be earing nor harvest.
Earing is an old Anglo-Saxon word meaning plowing. Not going to be any plowing or any harvest. It's dry. So we got 5 more years to go through this. Verse 7.
And God sent me before you to preserve you a posterity in the earth, and to save your lives by a great deliverance.
Verse 8.
So now it was not you that sent me hither, but God. And he hath made me a father to Pharaoh, and lord of all his house, and a ruler throughout all the land of Egypt.
Here we have an Egyptian saying that is being translated using Hebrew to translate it, and that won't fly. What he said is, instead of a father to Pharaoh, it's Aben Parao, which is an Egyptian word meaning I'm the head officer under Pharaoh. Verse 9.
Haste ye, and go up to my father, and say unto him, Thus saith thy son Joseph, God hath made me lord of all Egypt. Come down unto me, tarry not.
Verse 10.
And thou shalt dwell in the land of Goshen, and thou shalt be near unto me, thou and thy children, and thy children's children, and thy flocks, and thy herds, and all that thou hast.
Now, it's important that you know Goshen is in southern Egypt. That's the land of the shepherd kings. They'll be in good shape. So he's looking out for his own. He's not putting them in northern Egypt, but down into southern Egypt, where you have the Hyksos, or the shepherd kings. Verse 11.
And there will I nourish thee, for yet there are 5 years of famine, lest thou and thy household and all that thou hast come to poverty.
You're going to perish. Now, I want you to see how sure of himself Joseph is. He didn't say maybe we're going to have 5 more years. He was absolute. How could he be absolute? Because God told him. Verse 12.
And behold, your eyes see, and the eyes of my brother Benjamin, that it is my mouth that speaketh unto you.
This is a little hard to translate. Now, what he's saying is, let him hear the truth from what your eyes have seen. Don't tell him I said it from my mouth, or he might think I'm just blowing hot air. You just report what you see with your eyes to my father. Verse 13.
And ye shall tell my father of all my glory in Egypt, and of all that ye have seen, and ye shall haste and bring down my father hither.
Verse 14.
And he fell upon his brother Benjamin's neck, and wept, and Benjamin wept upon his neck.
That's a reunion from a long time when one thought the other was dead. Verse 15.
Moreover, he kissed all his brethren, and wept upon them. And after that his brethren talked with him.
Verse 16.
And the fame thereof was heard in Pharaoh's house, saying, Joseph's brethren are come, and it pleased Pharaoh well, and his servants.
Verse 17.
And Pharaoh said unto Joseph, Say unto thy brethren, This do ye, lade your beasts, and go, get you unto the land of Canaan.
Verse 18.
And take your father and your households, and come unto me, and I will give you the good of the land of Egypt, and ye shall eat the fat of the land.
Verse 19.
Now thou art commanded, this do ye, take you wagons out of the land of Egypt for your little ones, and for your wives, and bring your father, and come.
Verse 20.
Also regard not your stuff, for the good of all the land of Egypt is yours.
Pharaoh's really opening up Egypt and his heart to Joseph's family. Verse 21.
And the children of Israel did so, and Joseph gave them wagons according to the commandment of Pharaoh, and gave them provision for the way.
That would be his 11 brothers. That would be the children, Joseph being the 12th. Verse 22.
To all of them he gave each man changes of raiment, but to Benjamin he gave 300 pieces of silver, and 5 changes of raiment.
Benjamin is his favorite. Verse 23.
And to his father he sent after this manner, 10 asses laden with the good things of Egypt, and 10 she-asses laden with corn and bread, and meat for his father by the way.
Verse 24.
So he sent his brethren away, and they departed. And he said unto them, See that ye fall not out by the way.
You take care of each other, and don't you let something happen along the way. Verse 25.
And they went up out of Egypt, and came into the land of Canaan, unto Jacob their father.
Imagine what Jacob will be thinking now. Expecting a few bags of corn he sent the boys down for, and here comes a caravan. Wagons loaded with goodies. And here we're in the middle of a drought. What's happening? Verse 26.
and told him, saying, Joseph is yet alive, and he is governor over all the land of Egypt. And Jacob's heart fainted, for he believed them not.
Kind of like he went into what we would call today shock. Verse 27.
And they told him all the words of Joseph, which he had said unto them. And when he saw the wagons which Joseph had sent to carry him, the spirit of Jacob their father revived.
He knew then it had to be true. That's the only way it could be. And what a blessing that must have been to that father, to know that his son, the one that God had shown visions of all the other brothers paying obeisance to, here he is found, loving the family and taking care of business. Verse 28 to finish this chapter.
And Israel said, It is enough. Joseph my son is yet alive. I will go and see him before I die.
And so, he is on the way to Egypt to see his son he thought he had lost. Let's squeeze in another chapter for today, as we are doing so good on time. Continuing on with Genesis chapter 46, verse 1.
And Israel took his journey with all that he had, and came to Beersheba, and offered sacrifices unto the God of his father Isaac.
Beersheba, the well of the oath, he stops and offers sacrifices to the living God out of the gifts he'd been given. Don't ever leave God out of the equation of your life. You see, that's what brings the blessings. Verse 2.
And God spake unto Israel in the visions of the night, and said, Jacob, Jacob. And he said, Here am I.
Verse 3.
And he said, I am God, the God of thy father. Fear not to go down into Egypt, for I will there make of thee a great nation.
Verse 4.
I will go down with thee into Egypt, and I will also surely bring thee up again, and Joseph shall put his hand upon thine eyes.
In other words, you will see Joseph, but it will be he, when you take your last breath, that will close your eyes for you. Verse 5.
And Jacob rose up from Beersheba, and the sons of Israel carried Jacob their father, and their little ones and their wives, in the wagons which Pharaoh had sent to carry him.
You know that Jacob was renamed Israel. But when Israel is used, it is being the spiritual. And when Jacob is used, it is being the physical, meaning the 12 tribes. Verse 6.
And they took their cattle and their goods, which they had gotten in the land of Canaan, and came into Egypt, Jacob, and all his seed with him.
Verse 7.
His sons and his sons' sons with him, his daughters and his sons' daughters, and all his seed brought he with him into Egypt.
Verse 8.
And these are the names of the children of Israel, which came into Egypt, Jacob and his sons, Reuben, Jacob's firstborn.
Sometimes we forego names, but this time we're going to read them because it is the 12th patriarchs and their family as they go into Egypt. Verse 9.
And the sons of Reuben, Hanok, and Phalu, and Hezron, and Carmi.
Verse 10.
And the sons of Simeon, Jemuel, and Jamin, and Ohad, and Jachin, and Zohar, and Shaul, the son of a Canaanitish woman.
Only because she lived among them. Verse 11.
And the sons of Levi, Gershon, Kohath, and Merari.
Verse 12.
And the sons of Judah, and Onan, and Shelah, and Pharez, and Zerah. But and Onan died in the land of Canaan. And the sons of Pharez were Hezron and Hamul.
Verse 13.
And the sons of Issachar, Tola, and Phuvar, and Job, and Shimron.
Verse 14.
And the sons of Zebulun, Sered, and Elon, and Jalil.
Verse 15. Oh, and that Job in the previous verse 13 is not the same Job in the book of Job. Verse 15.
These be the sons of Leah, which she bare unto Jacob in Padanaram, with his daughter Dinah. All the souls of his sons and his daughters were 33.
Verse 16.
And the sons of Gad, Ziphion, and Hagi, Shuni, and Esbon, Eri, and Arodi, and Areli.
Areli, meaning lion. Verse 17.
And the sons of Asher, Jimnah, and Ishua, and Isui, and Beriah, and Sarah their sister, and the sons of Beriah, Heber, and Malchiel.
Verse 18.
These are the sons of Zilpah, whom Laban gave to Leah his daughter, and these she bare unto Jacob, even 16 souls.
That was the handmaiden. Verse 19.
The sons of Rachel Jacob's wife, Joseph and Benjamin.
Verse 20.
And unto Joseph in the land of Egypt were born Manasseh and Ephraim, which Asenath, the daughter of Potipharah, priest of On, bare unto him.
Now, because he was given this wife in Egypt, it throws many people, because they think Ephraim and Manasseh would have to be part Egyptian. Number, they were from southern Egypt, and that was all shepherds' kings, or Hyksos, which meant they were Hebrews, because Egyptians would never have sheep. They would never have cattle. They would never tend cattle. That's why the cattle were raised in the south, by the shepherd kings. Verse 21.
And the sons of Benjamin were Bela, and Besher, and Ashbel, Gera, and Naaman, Ahi, and Rosh, Muppim, and Hupim, and Ard.
Verse 22.
These are the sons of Rachel, which were born to Jacob. All the souls were 14.
Verse 23.
And the sons of Dan, Hushim.
Verse 24.
And the sons of Naphtali, Jazeel, and Guni, and Jezer, and Shillem.
Verse 25.
These are the sons of Bilhah, which Laban gave unto Rachel his daughter, and she bare these unto Jacob. All the souls were 7.
Verse 26.
All the souls that came with Jacob into Egypt, which came out of his loins, besides Jacob's sons' wives, all the souls were 66.
That's 66 people that came down. Verse 27.
And the sons of Joseph, which were born him in Egypt, were 2 souls. All the souls of the house of Jacob, which came into Egypt, were 70.
That's 70th, verse 28.
And he sent Judah before him unto Joseph, to direct his face unto Goshen, and they came into the land of Goshen.
And again, I must emphasize, Goshen is southern Egypt, because that's where cattle and sheep were. Otherwise, sheep were an abomination to Egyptians. This is not a statement of race. It's a statement of division, because of religious reasons. Verse 29.
And Joseph made ready his chariot, and went up to meet Israel his father, to Goshen, and presented himself unto him. And he fell on his neck, and wept on his neck a good while.
Verse 30.
And Israel said unto Joseph, Now let me die, since I have seen thy face, because thou art yet alive.
That's how much it meant to him. Verse 31.
And Joseph said unto his brethren, and unto his father's house, I will go up, and show Pharaoh, and say unto him, My brethren and my father's house, which were in the land of Canaan, are come unto me.
I'm going to tell them that. Verse 32.
And the men are shepherds, for their trade hath been to feed cattle, and they have brought their flocks and their herds and all that they have.
Verse 33.
And it shall come to pass, when Pharaoh shall call you, and shall say, What is your occupation?
See, this is important. Verse 34. To finish the chapter,
that ye shall say, Thy servant's trade hath been about cattle from our youth, even until now, both we and also our fathers, that ye may dwell in the land of Goshen, for every shepherd is an abomination unto the Egyptians.
The shepherd kings, the Hyksos, were a great part of Egypt. That is the end of our video today. Maybe a little longer than I wanted, but well worth it. Next video, we will be starting in chapter 47. Until then, stay strong, my friends.